Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bullhucker podcast. I'm Moose Lundstrom.
And I'm Densey Kudrin.
That's 2 weeks in a row with old Densey Kudrin.
Holla.
Say what?
Yeah.
You know, you've been on this podcast quite a bit, almost as much as our guest today.
That's what I was going to say. We're like those SNL people that you just keep coming back.
I know. When's this going to, when are we going to hit it big time?
When do we get to do one?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Who needs
yours?
Who needs Moose?
oh, well,
Yeah.
Michelle Staley, by the way.
Take
That's
it
our
away.
guest, Michelle Staley. Say
Yes,
hey.
I'm kind of a nobody nowadays. Oh, yes, Michelle Staley.
I think we've had that talk before. You said you're nobody anymore. And
I know. What
I had
did you
explained
say?
to you that you were never a somebody. So
I know.
No.
I thought I kind of was a somebody when I was in radio, but apparently two people that I've talked to in the last couple of months that, you know, they're like, we miss you.
Oh.
Or they'll say stuff like, they do to me like, how are the comedy shows going? I'm like, well, in 2019, they were kicking ass. I don't know.
Okay. What about me? Do you still work at the gym?
Yeah.
No, you're okay. I gave that up a long time ago.
Apparently, you're not going either, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. Didn't I see you in step class the other day?
Is that how you two met, was the gym?
I think so.
No, long. Actually,
Oh, no.
You know, I went to your wedding.
Holy
You know, I used to be
shnikes.
married to Rick.
That guy.
And we would, I think that maybe they played softball together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was some connection there. Mhm.
But you guys didn't know
That
each
was
other
a-
then.
That was a
Ish.
hell of a reception. We always like to say it was one of the best. It
Well,
was fun.
Wasn't it? I
We,
like the
we had
Clarion.
it. Yeah, the Clarion, the old Clarion.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, my cousins
I'm
DJ'd.
familiar.
It was awesome.
Really?
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. The cops about shut it down. My dad got, or my stepmom and my cousin got into a fight. It was great.
Those are the best.
Straight.
And then, let's see, one of Scott's friends hooked up with my cousin that night. And yeah, it was...
Those make the best stories.
They do. They do.
We could
Yeah,
go
see,
into
we're
some-
talking about it. So good job.
I've DJ'd a shitload of weddings, and I've seen some crazy shit. You know what I mean? So-
I will say, when my cousin walked in and she saw this guy, it was one of Scott's best men. You know him. I'm not going to say any names, but
Frank, we'll call him Frank.
yeah,
Good old Frank.
Frankie.
The tank.
Yeah. But she was like, "Who is that?" And I'm like, I almost said the name. Look at that.
Frank.
It's like,
Frank.
oh, dude.
That's our AIDS covered cousin Frank.
Yeah.
I mean-
I was like, steer clear of that. No, steer clear of that. And guess what?
They hooked up.
Yep.
They stay together.
Kind of for about a year and a half, 2 years, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wonder what the percentage of wedding hookups. What's the lifespan on average?
Boy, that's
Yeah, that is a good question.
Yeah.
Research that and let us know.
yes.
I'll be. Hey everybody, welcome to Sarah and Bob's wedding. How many are here for how many stag guys we got here? Huh?
Who is going to hook up tonight?
I know,
Could
isn't
you
that
leave me your email so I can check up with you later to see if you got some ass tonight at the wedding? And if you did, how long are you going to stay there? I know it's none of my business, but I'm going to need the info.
Just curious.
Hey, your DJ's creepy as shit. I'm going to tell you, like,
Isn't that part of the garter belt and the whole
Yeah.
bouquet throwing
That's what-
thing? All the single ladies. All the single
yeah,
ladies.
yeah. Try getting that to happen nowadays, though. That's the worst part of the wedding ever, dude. Like the garter throw for the guys is the worst part of the wedding.
Stand up.
Oh my God. I straight tell people, rat your friend out. If I have to drag them out, rat your friend out. There's the one weird guy that's standing there that's praying none of you come out because he wants the luck. This dude wants that garter. He's banking on it. But you know what? I'm going to at least need 3 of you sons of bitches. And there's always like, this guy right here. And he's trying to hide. I'm like, bitch, don't make me come out there. Man. Like, I was the fat single guy. Believe me, I got shoved out there. I had it thrown at me. You know what I mean? Like my mother was like just make sure Lawrence gets it. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure Lawrence dies alone.
You're like this.
I'll shove it in you.
Yeah.
And she's like, you're kind of ugly, honey. You stink. So you need to catch that garter.
Get it.
Lawrence, you got to, I mean, we got to, I've been praying, and I'm high up on the God list, and it ain't helping. So I'm going to need you to,
Oh, God.
yeah.
Do you ever throw yourself out there when you're the DJ?
Oh,
You're like,
my
man,
God.
I need that garter.
You know
Right.
what? I had to one wedding. I actually got in line. Yeah, it was bad. It was me and like a pudgy 4-year-old or a 14-year-old. You know what? I thought, you going to catch this? Because, man, shit. But that's the worst part of the wedding now. That's the one part. The
that
single ladies
sucks.
thing, that the bouquet usually.
Girls are desperate.
Yeah.
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 Put a ring on it.
Yeah, and they're usually drinking by then.
And honestly, it's not all it's cracked up to be.
Right.
saying.
Poor Staley.
God love you, Staley, but
Yeah, no, come on now, be real.
You just celebrated an anniversary.
I know.
18 years.
Nice.
I will always joke around with when we were coming up to our anniversary. Chloe's like, "Hey, it's your personal best."
That's a shitty to say, Chloe.
You went, Chloe. I remember hanging out with you guys. You were just newly married, I think. I don't know when he had the I almost said sailor suit. That's not right. It was
When we were
Halloween.
the Village People.
No. It was he was in like an,
A white tux?
no. Oh hell, like a naval. Like he was in all white. What was it? It wasn't Village People. What the
Oh
heck
no,
was
no,
it?
he was Mr. Clean.
Oh, yeah,
at a Halloween
Oh
party.
yeah.
Yes.
cute.
Okay.
My personal favorite out of your post on Facebook was him next to Gage, when Gage is like 2 foot tall.
You look like a little
Yeah.
midget, huh? Hello.
I looked, I was like, hey, Gage, the plane. Because he's got a little tuxedo on too, right? And now Gage, how tall is Gage now? He shut up. Yeah.
He's like 6'4".
He's grown up a bit. He's
Yeah,
grown up a little.
exactly.
He dwarfs Carrie now. He can hold him like a baby in his arms, you know?
You should remake that picture,
Exactly.
maybe.
Oh,
what
that'd
it
be just kind of weird, right?
But we'd have to
Yeah.
find something for Carrie to stand on. Because, I mean, Gage is a tall drink of water, you know?
Yep.
That picture,
Oh,
he's
that's
just so
funny.
happy and like froze that picture.
Hey.
Yeah. Like, that's a picture I'd never let you post if I was Gage. You know?
Too late now.
Yeah, too bad. So sad. I did.
Your personal best. Good for Chloe. Good for Chloe. Shitty, but good
My
for Chloe.
divorce is always like the funny topic for everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm at the point now I can laugh about
Yeah.
it. But for a while there, I was like,
You left the room a few times.
Well, Chloe, the reason I got married because of you. So,
yes, exactly. So, joke's on you.
because I was a big gullible one night after prom. So here
Exactly.
you come.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, maybe this other two will make it work.
We'll find the perfect one someday. And she
Is that what it
didn't.
takes 3 times?
Apparently not.
Right.
Wait, how many times?
Yeah, three kids. Yeah, and then we were like, Are you in? No, not really.
Before,
No.
oh, okay.
Oh God, I didn't mean it like that.
That's, I got you did. I was like, poor Rick takes
I
shit.
meant the marriage.
Okay.
The marriage. Like, do you still want to be married? Oh, jeez.
Are you
Cut
still?
that out.
These better be my kids. I think so. Oh, poor Rick.
Move on. What are these stories, right?
Okay, that's right. So,
Wear my waterproof.
welcome back to the Bullhucker. So, what the Bullhucker is, it's a podcast where we bring a guest on. Today's guest is Michelle Staley. Michelle's
hello.
going to do. Hey.
Hey.
She's going to tell 3 stories about her life. The trick is only 2 of these stories are true. One is actually a Bullhucker. It's a lie or a fib or made up. So, out of these 3 stories, which one's the Bullhucker, Michelle? One of them is the Bullhucker. Is it made up, borrowed? Don't get too into detail.
Made up.
Okay, we're gonna go made up. Just made up. Okay, don't throw no percentages out of there. Okay. Dennis goes 100%, and it's like, okay, Nancy, you're ruining this. So
Why did I do that? I screwed myself. Well, I'm not. Yeah, I'm just gonna quit talking.
because
Okay.
poor Zach said, I never said 100%. I'm like, you never said 100%. Don't throw him under the bus.
Yes, you
know?
did. No, wait a minute.
Note to self.
Yeah.
And also, Chelsea, I'd like to thank the Sand Steeder. Chelsea reminds me. So
Okay.
she's my little angel on my thing. Just don't forget the Sands, you asshole. So, but thank you, Sand Cedar. Thank you, Brush Chamber of Commerce, who let us do it here. Very nice of them. Very cool of them. I really like the setup here. I really
do too.
like
It
it.
is nice.
It's cool in here. I really dig it. So, when the Sands reopens, when they get everything all going again, please show them support. Show them a little love. Come out here, watch movies, and if there's live performances, whatever they choose to do, please make sure you support the Sands Theater in
Maybe
Brush,
some
Colorado.
comedy shows.
Maybe some comedy shows.
Maybe
We'll
good.
see if I'm still alive.
We could
then.
find,
Yeah.
we could find someone that's funny.
That's right. That's right. You're a dick. Anyway, you can also find us on Facebook,
God.
Instagram, Twitter. We're not big on Twitter. We are on Twitter. If you tweet at me, I might not see it. But
TikTok.
and we're on TikTok now.
Did you know
So,
Larry
Really?
has a TikTok? Larry
Wow.
legit has a TikTok.
we say it because we're old, and that's how we refer to it. As he got a TikTok. I think that's how the kids say it. Like,
I picture you like, I'm a savage.
yeah. I
Lots
hate that. I hate that.
ratchet.
Things, common questions I get asked. and they dun 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 dun.
We
dun,
did that.
dun. I hate that. I hate that so much.
Lori Boyer's husband and I this Saturday. Speaking of, the Applebee's song. So we were at a distillery, and the Applebee's song came on. So Brian and I decided we were going to do the dance.
Remind me of the Applebee's song.
I can't. Probably Dincia knows more of it.
Well,
Shake.
what's the song? Something about a fancy dinner at Applebee's.
Oh,
though.
God, I have to sing now?
The only thing I can think
that
of is
Applebee's.
"Love Your Chicken from Popeyes." That's the only song. That's the only jingle that comes to mind.
Really? You don't. Now I can't think what it is. Dance, help me out here.
I know.
Anywho, the Applebee's song came on. Applebee's. Dude, I can't.
Hey Siri,
He's,
play me the Applebee's song.
I'm learning how to choose the right audio apps for you.
It says
Which one do
Apple
you
with an
wanna use to
iPhone,
listen to this?
so that's why it's missing.
Oh,
it
Siri.
hates you.
All right. Well, we're
Okay,
gonna go
anywho. So we got up. We decided we were going to do the little dance move because it came on. We were pretty excited and we were getting into it. And they literally shut the song off and put it on a different one. Set your old asses down.
Oh God! Please don't.
We're so excited. And I'm like, we're like, it was like a record. They're like, they were like,
cut off the old people from the distillery. Yeah,
And now the electric slide.
that's the best part. You're in the middle. You're like mid dance, right? And that's when it
Yes,
stops.
we were so excited.
That's how the DJ has fun with you. I guarantee it. When I worked in Pueblo at that bar.
Oh, there was no DJ.
Oh no.
We were just doing our own thing.
Someone
There
just
was-
went hit stop on the like, and that's enough of that shit.
Yes, exactly.
We would I'd always get the DJ Pierre, whoever to play a medium pace by Adam Sandler. Have you heard that song?
No.
How's it go?
It's a real slow song,
Oh.
right? It sounds like a love song. End of the night when people try to hook up, and dude, I would have them play this. And if you listen to the song, I'm gonna take you out back and love you and all this. And then it goes into, now take that shampoo bottle and shove it up my ass. Shove it in and out at a medium pace, dude. It goes off about the shampoo bottle.
I
and
have ever heard of
and
this.
so I would watch the dance floor. And this is my favorite part of the night because some dudes are looking to get some and they are hoping she's not listening to the lyrics. And some people are like,
Wait a minute.
what they think shove a shampoo bottle up my ass? Well, they do the lamp. So guys are like, damn you, Pepper. And I'd laugh because I was going home alone that night. So, be
All
misery
you
loves company.
assholes should too.
That's right.
Yes,
That's right.
exactly.
So you should have bought more tequila there,
Yes.
son. Okay?
If I'm not getting laid, neither are you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, the human race will die, fatty. So anyway, like us on Facebook and on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, please
And
hit the
Google that song.
and Google that song. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to the podcast. There should be a little red button down here on the corner. Hit that. It says subscribe now. It's hard to read, but it's a little red circle. So please check that out. Now, Michelle, are you ready to tell us some stories?
That I am.
So, Dance, you want to read them off?
IRS siege, bikini model, and all-girl harvest crew.
Other than the first one, the other two sound like porns. I'm just saying,
And BBC.
so, yeah. So,
Anywho.
you picked first last time. I'm going to pick first this time. Fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
I want to listen to the one that sounds more like a porn, an all-girls harvest crew.
Okay. All right.
Get to shucking corn, ladies.
Get it, girl.
So I don't know if you knew that there are such a thing. There's harvest crews, right? Sure. That go around from town to town.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
Yeah. You didn't know that or what?
Like grifters or what? Not grifters, but not
Did you say drifters?
grifter.
Oh, grifter.
Not grifter. That's the wrong word. I'm trying to backtrack, but I've already
Heck
went
are
down
you
this hole.
saying?
Like-
Like they travel from town to town when
Okay.
harvest hits, and they bring a crew.
Okay.
Like 6 to 10 combines. They have the trucks. They stay in campers.
I did not know that. Okay.
You live in Brush, really? Huh, interesting.
Do I look like I'm a
Anyhow.
farmer? At any point in time, you're like, I bet Larry worked on a farm. I'm trying to beat a stereotype, Michelle. I would never do it.
So anyhow, there's crews that go around, and I grew up out in Linden, as you know. And honestly, Anton, have you ever been to Anton?
Yes, of course.
It's like a grocery store there in the co-op, right?
Right.
But when harvest comes and all these crews come in, like the city or the town multiplies like a gazillion times.
Right.
There's like 1,000 people in town. It's crazy.
Nice.
So there was harvest, we had harvest crews that came and would cut weed at our place. And so there was a crew in particular that always came, and they were out of Bird City, Kansas, and it was an all-girl crew.
Were they hot?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Okay.
My dad and my uncles used to talk about him in a creepy way, but other
Okay.
than that, anywho, we've talked about Ron a few
Right.
times.
Right.
So, yeah, I always thought it was pretty cool, and I got to know them. I was younger. I was probably 14 or whatever, but I was like, you know what? I always think I think that'd be great. Harvest crews come into town, and then you just travel from town to town with them, and you get to go. Well, 14, I'm too young to go, right? But I did grow up on a farm, and so I've driven tractor, I drove combine, and so just so happens I stayed in touch with this family. So I actually went on an all-girl harvest crew with them.
Wow.
Mhm. Yes,
Did you do like a calendar by chance?
with the harvest crew.
an all-girl harvest crew.
No, we
You
did
should have a
not.
calendar.
That is an idea, though.
Yeah.
That is an idea. I always thought we should have pink combines, but that didn't come about.
How was it then?
It
How
was
was
great.
the work?
It
was
was
it fun?
Well, I like driving combine, and I'm a farm kid, and it was kind of cool. You get to see different parts of the country, shall we say. So you definitely, you get noticed because, people notice an all-girl crew that comes through.
Right.
Have you ever seen a harvest crew that's caravanning down the highway?
I mean, no. I mean, I've seen farm equipment. I drive a milk truck, so I gotta avoid that.
You've seen bread in the aisle in the grocery stores, right?
Okay, we're being condescending now. Okay, yes, I've seen bread, dick.
Have you seen Safeway?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Michelle, I don't ever eat. If I turn sideways, I disappear.
So you know where bread comes from.
I know where bread comes from.
Yeah,
Yes.
so there's an all-girl harvest crew.
How
There's
many
a couple
girls,
of them.
Did you say this? How many girls are on this crew?
Probably about 12. Wait, let me think here. Not including the grain cart drivers. You know what a grain cart is?
Oh, I
So
know.
was that like an NFL draft to find like?
Grain cart?
We'll take.
To find the girls?
Yeah, we'll take the Sherman girl. She looks like she can shuck some corn real good.
No, I picture them all really hot.
Yeah, so do I.
And I picture when you guys would walk into some place, your hair's blowing, and you're like,
Right.
"Hey, the harvest crew's
Well,
here."
this was, let's see, I'm almost 50 now, so it's been a while.
They nothing but Daisy Dukes. I picture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly like,
Yeah.
what's her bucket?
Jessica Simpson.
There you go.
And
Yeah,
Dukes
that's
of
what I figured,
Hazzards. Yeah.
And they get the business because every farmer just I know you already did the field, but can you do it again?
You want to do something else?
Let's pretend there's
Well, we
air
had,
corn.
we, had to, we
Like-
had to stay away from the other harvest crews because, can be
couldn't
no hooking
mingle.
up. You're there to work.
Yeah.
But how do you make other little harvester crews? You know what I mean? Right?
That's very true.
Hey, Michelle, have you ever heard of the birds and the bees? Since we're being dicks about it.
No,
The
I have
stork
not.
that flies out of a vagina. And,
Yeah.
oh, that's the
Yeah,
last
really.
podcast.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah,
How long did you do this for?
3 months.
3 months. And make good money.
Yeah, it was good money. It was
Really?
good because,
I bet.
you don't have to pay any
But
expenses.
it's a lot of work. It's hard work.
But I grew up on a farm.
Yeah.
So
You were
Fuck
used to
You
it.
can do
Yeah.
it.
So you didn't stick around and help your dad. You actually just went.
he was ready to get rid of me, I think. It was the summer after my senior year. So
Did you keep in contact with any of these girls?
there's a couple of them in Bird City. Yeah. Jackie and Yana, I think was her name. Yana. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Name dropping. I like
Yeah.
it.
Jackie
Yeah.
and Yana.
Okay.
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 So Bird City, Kansas. Seriously, look up Bird City, Kansas.
Okay.
And the interesting thing is one of the guys, the brother, his name was Beetle. Beetle.
Like his birth name.
Yeah, Beetle.
Wow.
Don't say it 3
serious.
times, though.
And he was good looking too.
Well, yeah, but I
He was
bet
the ringleader.
I bet Beetle's mom and dad were brother and sister. Yeah, that's why you named kid Beetle. There's
Well,
Joni
you
and
know what they say about
Charlie
Kansas. They say about Kansas. So.
and Beetle.
Yep. Good old Beetle.
That's not even a name. It is a name, but that's I don't know.
Yeah. No, it was fun. It's probably one of the best summers. Sometimes I wish I could go back. Just take a summer off. Might do it this next year.
Do it.
Yeah. You only live
YOLO.
once. Yeah.
So they say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you might not make it after that. Your old ass.
But
Okay.
no, it was a lot of fun. I made good money, and yeah.
I like it.
How many crews are out there, you think?
This,
Like,
okay, there we go.
Like locally, like in Anton.
Locally? Oh, that come to
You
Anton
said there
to
was
cut?
1,000
Two.
people?
Oh, you female crews or what? Or how many
I mean,
crews?
crews. You said there was like 1,000 something people.
There was probably about 30 crews that would come through.
Wow.
hmm
So it's a big business.
There used to be. I mean, it's slimmed down a little bit because there's not as much farming and fields. I mean, wheat fields and
Right.
I can't even think. Harvest going on. You know, there's not as much acreage now. There we go. I grew up on a farm.
Do you like silage and stuff?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, look at you.
Oh, yeah.
Did you just Google something? Farming
here-
words.
Yeah.
Actually, I drive a milk truck, and we go to the dairies that they're taking the silage too.
There we go.
And every silage truck driver hates the dairymen.
Oh, really?
Well, because they get paid by the load
Oh.
or by the mile, so they don't like to wait around. Well, we load out when we weigh out the trucks. We got to fill out a bunch of paperwork, right? You gotta invoice this shit. So, yeah, they call us hole punchers, I guess. I don't.
You should go on a harvest crew.
I'm good.
The all-girl harvest crew.
It was all girl. You know what I mean?
You want to go on the all-girl harvest crew?
I'm pretty sure I'm still like to those girls too. I mean, I don't stand a chance. It's not like, did you see how the fat one shuck corn? I said I seen him eat 3 of them. That's what I did.
Corn.
Oh, gosh.
Corn.
A farmer.
You know,
I
there's
don't-
big headers that bring that stuff in.
well, okay. The guys at work, like for like the dairies, they'll talk about the equipment that the dairy has. Like, did you see they got your brand new 5,000, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, they make fun of me. I'm like, well, I don't know. Is that what is that? Like, is that a truck or is it like Jesus, Larry? I'm like,
Get on board.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I went to all 12 years of school. I learned how to do the reading, you son of a bitch.
And you know where bread comes from.
Oh, God.
That's one hell sweet of a tiller. I'm like, what the fuck that
You
is?
just sounded like Sling Blade. Sling
Hey,
Blade.
not doing-
I was thinking more like the guy from like Waterboy. Get the Waterboy?
Keep out, they don't want to. Those guys exist, by the way.
I've heard this.
Or,
Yes.
or the guy off of Family Guy? No.
No,
Oh,
down to King of the Hill.
King of
Get
the
the hell
Hill.
there.
Yeah.
We go.
I went to go visit Tim and Crystal in. They lived in Lake Charles, Louisiana. And it was during Mardi Gras, so we drove down to Mardi Gras, right?
Of course.
So I passed out early. Crystal will gladly tell you the story. How she screamed at me like a frat boy and called me a pussy in front of everybody because I passed out. Okay.
Right.
So I take me back to the hotel room. I pass. I wake up there half naked on the bed next to me. I don't know what happened throughout that night. She danced with R. Kelly. That's all I know. Like, he was over there, and Crystal got to meet him. Anyway,
R.
so I go
Kelly,
down.
huh?
I go down to Burger King to get some greasy food because I am hurting because those hurricanes.
Yeah.
I feel like
Oh,
I've heard
know.
this story. Mm-hmm.
And when I walked down in front of her, there was a guy talking out front like, "We don't, blah, blah." And I sat there and did this. They exist like I found a leprechaun or some shit. Like, oh, that was it. Come on,
You're all trying like Google Translate.
not even that. I was like, holy shit, this is amazing, you know.
Oh, God.
Is anybody else seeing this?
Well, there was a white dude and a black dude, and they, I thought, well, that's awesome right there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
skin color don't matter when you can't read. I don't.
Ebony and Ivory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I heard that line, dude. Go to New Orleans. It's cool. It's a cool city. It really is. But man, some of the
Hang out with some harvest crews.
Yeah.
Crystal told me that because Tim was the head of Pepsi down there, and he had a guy on his crew like that, like one of the Pepsi guys. Like every time
really?
they were around, yeah, he talked to Crystal. Hey, Crystal, come on, she just smiled, and
It's just their own language or what?
dude, it's like some Creole shit. I don't know, like it's like almost like a Spanish accent. You know what I mean? Like growing up in northeastern Colorado, you have enough friends that are Hispanic, or what you understand.
Yeah.
A real thick accent, you know what I mean? Just because you've been around it so much. Well, I imagine from all the French Canadians, or the Canadians, but the French down there, that's a offshoot of that.
Should talk to John Beltran about it, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny Beltran.
He does like some New Orleans.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, all 3 of his stories were the Bullhucker was from New Orleans. Yeah. Some bitch. All right, first one to beat us. All right, what do you think about that story?
I think it could be true.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
I just want a pink combine. That's not asking for much.
no.
How cool would that be?
Well, they're like $300,000.
Because when you're rolling down the road with the harvest crew, there's like, people hate it because it's hard to pass a crew like that because you've got, combine headers, you've got the combines, you've got the trucks, the semis, the trailers. Like, it's a big ol', can you
It
imagine
sucks.
pink combines? That'd be so cool.
That would be cool. You
I'm
wouldn't
going
want
to
to pass it.
get in touch with Jason Wickham.
Do it.
See if he can get me some pink combines.
Green's overrated.
Yeah, or red or green. Yeah,
He'd probably just give you a combine, some spray paint, and be like, free. So go ahead,
I'm sure he would.
paint it yourself.
Jason
How about
Wickham.
it?
Right. All right. Well, I picked the first one. Go ahead, man.
All right. I feel like I'm going to go with bikini model.
Bikini model. Okay, well, like I said, it's been a few years, but Dincy, as you know, I like doing step class, doing a little turbo kick, right? We did some turbo kick together, so I've always tried to work out, and we did a fit challenge together.
It shows on this side of the table, by the way.
Likewise here. Likewise here.
I said that before she had a chance to take a shot at me because it was coming out of Nancy's mouth.
No, hey, I make those jokes all the time. I'm actually okay with it.
I was watching a thing. Oh, gosh. We were watching The Nutty Professor last night. And do you remember that at all?
Yeah,
where
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like working out and all the girls are in their leotards and they're on the little trampolines and they've got the leotard where it's like the spandex shorts, but the leotard's up the butt kind of.
Yep.
I'm like, I think I wore that outfit to the star a couple of times when I was doing my bikini contest. Had to keep it in check.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't remember that?
No, well, I mean, this is it? Like you just did it, this is a story or what?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of part of it because
Okay.
back in the day when I was taking classes at the Star is when I was competing and doing bikini model work. Yeah.
Okay. Were you in any magazines?
I was in a couple of
Harvest
magazines.
magazine.
No, had nothing to do with Harvest. I
All
drove combine
girls
in my
crew,
bikini.
Yeah. All girls crew, bikini models.
That's an idea.
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah.
But yeah, I was in a couple of magazines, a couple calendars, and had a lot of fun. But it was a good way to stay in shape.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. I always wanted to do like the big fitness contest where you live, actually, what do you call bodybuilding.
Yep.
Right.
But I was like, I don't know if I have enough dedication to the diet and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
I mean, when I did bikini modeling, I was eating like chicken breasts, broccoli, chicken
yeah,
breasts.
that sounds terrible.
Remember Cybergenics? Do you remember that?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, yeah, that's back in.
Did you
gosh.
keep some magazines and some pictures?
I know. I should have brought them
I
with me.
totally would have. I would keep
Do you
those
have
up.
some?
I do.
Okay.
I do. Poor Ty stumbled across him one day in the old Hope chest. He was like, what the hell? What is this?
Your mom's half naked. That's how I scored your pop. That's why you're around, Ty. You're welcome.
It's pretty
you
much
blame
what,
me?
that's pretty much how I said it, except without the accent so much. But yeah. No, it was a lot of
How
fun.
did you get involved in that?
Oh, gosh, I'm trying to think. I think it's because I was always interested in like fitness contests that I stumbled across. They were doing actually flew to Mexico and did a big thing where we had stage set up and there was a competition. Girls on Film. Do you remember that song? Girls on Film.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hear that song. They played it over and over and over. So sometimes I still throw on the swimsuit and walk, catwalk through the house.
That's cool.
Good for you. Own it. Yeah.
Yes. It's not quite the same.
When I worked at that club in Pueblo, they had the Tropicana contest.
yeah.
It was like this national contest, and our club got picked as one of the Pueblo, Colorado Springs hub, where the girls had to come and do the contest in there. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was a lot of fun. I think one of the, not the very first date that Staley and I went on, but one of the, he came to one of my bikini contests in Denver.
That's
lot
a
of
great
them-
date.
Yeah. A lot of them had like high heels on in the bikinis.
Stripper heels, as she
Yeah,
called those.
yeah, and I watched one eat shit, and it was the funniest thing. Because she got back up, man. She got back up like a pro, but like nothing ever happened. Like it was one of those like record scratch. It was like, it was like, God
I
damn.
know all about those.
Yeah.
I'd love
Yeah.
to see that.
Oh,
That's
but
funny.
she ate it hard. I mean, it was, I can't even remember what it was. It was like a pretty big prize. It was to win this thing.
Why were you there?
I worked at the club.
Oh,
I was bartender
Oh,
there.
I was one of the
Yeah,
one
wait
of
a
the
minute.
judges.
What? Okay.
No one's gonna let me judge something like that. You creepy bastard.
You all win.
Yeah. Who'd hit this? So it's not that good a price. All right? It's not that good a price.
Get a day with Daddy.
Yeah. No, it's I thought that's how the story is. The story done?
Yeah.
I thought that's how the story was going to go. Is that she was out shucking corn with an all-girls crew, and some scout.
That would be really cool.
Some
Yes.
scout was driving down a dirt road because he was trying to find a shortcut to Bird City, Kansas, and he's like,
Excuse me?
You're no, not you. No, the blonde. No,
Yes,
her.
yeah.
Yes, her. Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever had one of those thongs up your butt in the spandex? So I think you'd look amazing in it. A few turbo glasses away, babe, and you can be.
Turbo glasses, yeah.
And just a little bit more of showing that skin. Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sometimes am like, could I do it again? Maybe that's going to be my
Do
50,
it.
my 50-year goal.
There
I'll be
you
50
go.
in a couple months.
Yeah.
Maybe there we
Are
go.
you really? Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
How old
good.
are you?
46. I'm
Oh, you got a while.
the spring chicken in this table. Thank you very much. So, I mean, I'm probably going to live a couple more years, but
Well, we've talked about it because I wanted to have a roast for my 50th.
Oh,
And my friends were like, no, we're not doing it. We're not going to do it. John Staley was all about it. He roasts me every time he sees me.
Yeah.
But my friends were like, no, we're not.
Why not?
I don't know. They're like, we don't want to make you cry. That's a terrible idea.
Oh no, that's
great
part of the
idea.
fun. Part of the fun.
yeah, that was.
No,
That
you
was-
guys, you'd sign up with John.
Her 40-year-old birthday. 40th?
It was my 40th. We
I
did.
think
a
I've
roast.
seen it, right? Didn't you post it on social
well,
media?
we
or
didn't have
something?
like a video or anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
The best was though, in a roast, you do like yourself, like the
Yeah.
what would the person, the roasty, or
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
the person?
yeah.
Okay. Anyways, but then people that you're connected with, right? So like my parents came, my daughters came, Adam came.
Yeah.
Did you do it? Did you? Or you were just emceeing it?
Oh no, I did a roast.
You did. Oh, okay, that's
Yeah,
right. I
yeah.
remember. Chelsea did it,
I'm gonna hurt some feelings.
and then Rick did it, and Carrie did it.
Oh, Rick
Yeah,
did it?
yeah.
That's funny.
And Rick and Carrie have always gotten along.
Yeah.
And Rick got roasted the worst.
Dude, they all
Poor
picked on Rick. I got up there and said, this is for Dencia, right? I mean, poor Rick Stroman took it like a champ, though, man. I was like, Jesus. Some of those weren't even jokes. I was just being shit you would hold back.
Like you've been holding on to this for.
Someday I want to tell Rick Stroh how I really feel.
Oh, do it. I think it's fun. And you do have to you can't get your feelings hurt.
Oh, no.
No. Like, I can't remember which friend is totally. Oh, Jason Wickham. He's like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I will not partake in any of that.
Because you'd be like, see this scab? I'm going to pick it.
Yeah.
And John Staley's like, wait, when are we doing this?
Yeah.
Sign me
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Let me see in your eye. Salt. I mean, do you ever watch like the Comedy Central ones?
Oh, God. They're brutal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That,
Brutal.
what's her name? The blonde, Nikki Glazer. Holy cow, that girl.
Really?
She's hilarious. But
Yeah.
I mean, some of the shit she comes up with, you're like,
Well,
man, I
Yeah.
don't know what kind of evil shit you grew up with, but wow,
Yeah.
Well, and I think Scott thinks he'd end up the evening be divorced. I think that's partially
Oh,
what
man.
Jason's afraid.
I'm
He's like, no,
telling you.
we're not doing it.
Yeah.
So maybe,
I don't know. Yeah.
They're fun.
I've always wanted, like, for my friends that turn old,
Yeah.
I've always thought it'd be cool to get like old strippers. Like if I was an old man, I would totally, dude. You think I'm kidding, dude? Like when my mom turned 60s, you know how bad I want to find her an old dude. Like
Hey, there's one that lives in Fort Morgan that we all know.
Yes. True.
you'd be nice. I mean, like an old retirement home stripper. Like the guy comes out and he's like really struggling. I'm like, we're gonna have a break between every song so he can rest. You know what I mean?
Have you seen the movie? Oh God, what is it? It's not Road Trip. It's I can't think what it is.
It's got an old stripper.
Yes, these kids, these college boys. God, what is it? College trip or college something? They're like traveling and they stopped because they need to use the restroom and they walk into this joint and there's a lady up on the stage.
She's old as shit or what?
She's the grandma, and then the
Okay.
mom and the daughters are in the back. It'll come to me. But,
Okay. All right.
Anywho.
All right.
Anywho.
Let's start that.
Anywho.
Anywho, what did you think about that one?
I actually think that one's true.
I think so too. I think so too. So, all right, one left. IRS siege.
Okay, so the IRS. I'm trying to make this one funny. It's kind of a tough one though, but so my grandfather, my late grandfather, was probably the biggest farmer in Northeast Colorado. Like, had probably most acreage than anyone had in Northeast Colorado. And my dad leased land from him, and my uncle leased land from him. Well, growing up as a kid, my grandpa was very eccentric. He was tall. Gosh, he was like almost 7 foot, big guy.
Seriously? Wow.
Not blood related. My mom was adopted. Staley was sorely disappointed because he's like, man, we're going to have some really tall kids. But it didn't happen that way. So anyhow, growing up, he was kind of always on his own political agenda, shall we say, and was always against the government. Like, if he lived right now, he'd be like, like, he'd be...
Yeah.
It'd be his time.
He'd be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
So anyhow, he would always talking political stuff, was always going to the state capitol in Denver, and any chance he would get, like all of my Christmas cards, birthday cards he would send in the mail, or anything he'd send in the mail, he'd write all over the envelope. So whoever would see the envelope, how corrupt our government was, how he didn't believe in paying taxes.
I love it.
Then he was part of this posse. I can't remember what they called it, but part of this posse. And they didn't believe in paying taxes. And so he was part of this posse, had all this land. We don't even know for sure how much he was worth. I mean, he was the type that would like bury cash in like coffee cans in their yard, going through books and stuff. You'd find money.
Like Cousin Eddie.
Kind of.
Okay.
Yes, kind of.
Right.
Except, yeah.
I was
yes,
thinking
yes.
it. Uh-huh.
So he was just very eccentric. He actually ran for president.
Of the United States.
I love it.
Now, I don't know exactly like how far he got, or
Like a Kanye.
yeah, kind of. Yes, and a rapper. He rapped too.
Yes.
No.
God,
He rapped too.
love this man.
Yes. So he was just very, like, growing up as a kid, you're like, oh, it's my grandparent. You don't really think
Right.
much about it. But anyhow, it was either my junior or sophomore year. The IRS were like, hey, we're not playing anymore. So there was a big IRS siege. My grandpa lived on the eastern side of Akron, and it was a whole SWAT team that came in, guns ablaze. I mean, they had their guns, SWAT team, everything, because he wouldn't pay his taxes. So I don't even know how many years it went on, right? So they came in and seized his property, and he had the opportunity to settle and wouldn't do it. Like, he could have settled and been fine and still probably had millions, billions of dollars. And I could have had such a different lifestyle, but
Right.
yeah.
And he was just like, no, fuck it. Like, I'm not doing it.
Like, let's see, it's probably in his late 70s. Like, I'm not sure he was quite
Okay.
With it.
with it at this point,
Okay.
but still, he, like, if he were living right now, he'd be like,
He'd be raiding the Capitol.
Yeah.
Exactly. So just, not everybody gets to say that there was a big IRS siege.
So did he go to jail? Did he go to prison?
No.
No, they just took all his...
Took everything.
Took everything.
And
Oh, wow.
lost all the farmland. My dad lost all of his farmland. My uncle lost his farmland.
Seriously? Were they not paying taxes either?
They
It was
were, but they were leasing the land.
under your Oh, shit.
Did they take like cars and equipment? Like probably everything, right?
I don't know how it worked with my grandpa. I just know that, like, we had to have a big farm sale. My uncle had to have a big farm sale.
Yeah.
But it was pretty intense.
So what did he do after that? Where'd he live?
Still lived in the same house.
They didn't take it? They left his house.
Why? How'd that happen? Yeah. Okay.
I don't know, but he was just very eccentric. And if you ever saw him, like, this must be where I get my thrifting from. Like, he liked to thrift. Like, he loved garage sales and going to, like, secondhand stores. And he just had piles of shit. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Hoarder.
He had so much,
Like-
kind of.
Okay.
So
He had so
antiquing?
much money. Well,
It's called antiquing. Okay. All right.
Instead of hoarding.
Don't.
Instead of
church it up
hoarding.
here. Yeah. No. It's,
You're churching it up.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we
true.
called it hoarding.
Yes.
Sounds like your grandfather liked to antiquing.
Sounds fabulous.
He might have said it that way, but yeah.
I hope he did.
Yeah. So he always tried to teach me politics and what he was against, and of course, I was like,
Right.
you're a
Right.
kid and a
It's
teen,
so hard to get into. I mean, I don't.
Oh, jeez.
It's.
And I'm like, I tell people my grandpa ran for president, and they're like, yeah, whatever, Michelle. Big talker all the time.
Right.
Like, no.
From Anton, Colorado, or Akron, Colorado. That'd be pretty badass.
Yeah.
I mean, that takes some cojones.
Yeah.
Who did he run against? Do you remember? Who won that election ultimately?
Let's see. It's been.
What year are we talking?
I can't remember if it was when I was in middle school
Like
or
Reagan,
elementary.
maybe?
So it'd been a Reagan or Bush, right? Well,
But he's been.
oh, no, you were middle
Don't
school.
make me do history
So
right
maybe
now.
Nixon.
Yeah, right. Nixon.
Nixon. No, I was like,
Jab,
not
jab,
Nixon,
punch.
Nixon.
Jab, jab, punch.
No, Nixon.
Lincoln, maybe. I don't know.
It might have been. You might have been Jimmy Carter.
Maybe
Wait,
that guy.
no, you'd have been in mid
So
'80s.
it's, well, 80 was Reagan.
That'd
right?
been Reagan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd
Look
been
at
in Reagan.
history class here.
Yeah, because Jimmy Carter would have been late '70s, 81, 82.
Oh, my God, Larry, move on.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's not history.
Oh, my
like,
God.
uh-oh.
I
There's a
signed up
history
for a
book.
podcast, not Jeopardy.
I hate you. I hate you.
I don't even have Jeopardy.
Wow, everybody, Larry knows history.
You want to talk to presidents? It's all shit. But you want to talk about some piece of farm equipment that's pink and nobody knows what the hell does? Like.
Let's talk about some real important dumb
Yes.
shit.
Where does your bread come from?
Yeah.
All right. What do you think about that one?
I mean, I've never seen an IRS siege before, so I don't know anything about that.
That must be fucking hard, man. They're just taking your stuff. You just, unless you're not paying your taxes, and then that's.
I
kinda
can
like,
guarantee I wouldn't be sitting here doing a podcast if I have $1 million in the bank.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You'd be-
I mean, nothing against you two.
that's exactly against us too. It's exactly against us too. If I had $1 million, I wouldn't even talk to you two assholes, losers. Doing your little podcast.
Dance, Larry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look where it's got me so far. I'm doing a podcast on a $30 plastic table in a rundown theater. Wow, I've really hit it. I'm killing it.
I
Everybody,
just keep going backwards.
Yeah.
Keep going backwards.
go to your grandpa's grave and be like, "Thanks again for the fucking gramps."
I could have been something.
I know. I could have been. Things would have been so different.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had to wear stripper shoes and wear
Yeah.
bikinis
Yeah.
and try to win contests.
That's right. Joining an all lesbian harvest crew.
I never said that.
Well, I mean,
Hey,
you
just
stayed away from the other harvesters, okay?
Soft porn.
Soft porn. That's right. You know what? There might be a market for that shit.
Yeah. You reinvent yourself, girl.
50. Look at what 50's going to be like
That
for
stripper
me.
gig. There we go.
Only if you join me, sister.
Yeah.
You could be the grandma.
Dude, I'm telling you, there'd be a market for it, man. Although you gotta, I mean, being a stripper has got to be somewhat of a degrading thing anyway. But it's even worse if you're being hired as like a novelty laugh at stripper. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
like a midget or just like a really fat one.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw this. Was it a documentary? What the heck was she on? She was a midget that did that. Was a stripper, and she made tons of money.
Jokes on
She's like,
us.
Bridget the midget.
Bridget.
That's the thing. She's a person.
How do you know?
Because I've watched the
Bridget, was it
movies.
Bridget? I don't.
I'm just
know.
kidding. I've heard about the movies, Mom. I don't know what that was.
This is. Oh, why do the podcasts I'm in always go down this trail?
I gotta be honest, Michelle. They all go down this trail. You're just here with this
Have
one.
you seen? Oh, you don't like Curb Your Enthusiasm. Never mind.
I don't.
John Beltran and I are big Curb Your Enthusiasm fans, and there's one where Larry David goes to the nursing home to go see his dad. He walks in, and people are like playing pinochle, and they can't hear anything, right?
Right.
And all he can hear is really loud porn. And nobody else, he's like walking in and nobody else is noticing because they can't hear. They don't have their hearing aids in or whatever.
Right,
They're just
right.
playing pinochle and chess and, eating their scrambled eggs. And as he's getting closer and closer and closer, it's really loud. It's in his dad's room.
Nice.
You've got to watch the episode.
Nice.
It is.
So,
It's great.
my friend Jill, you met my friend Jill, my sister Jill. Yeah. Anyway,
Was it
Okay.
Okay.
So we always had a running joke about midgets, and anyway. So for my 20, I don't know, something birthday, she buys me this blow up midget, right, doll. Right, and we laugh, ha ha ha. Someone steals it out of the car. By the way, it pissed me off. We had it on the hood. We're out drinking heavily.
Yeah.
It's me in 20s. So I get home and I'm gonna throw the box out, and what pops out? A DVD. I said, well, better watch this. And these
Dude, you gave that to me. For a joke one time.
what, the DVD?
Yes.
Okay, well, no.
Yes, they're aliens.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Tinsy is all I watch it every Saturday.
About this, and you gave it to me as a joke.
Because I got it back, but it's a little dirty, right?
Yeah.
Give
Give it back.
Yes, can I get, hey.
I took it to work at Budweiser and I popped it in, right? Because I'm like, you guys got to see this stuff. And he was like, what the hell's wrong with you? I'm like, what? One guy, Mike, he goes, can I borrow it from my friends? I'm like, you can borrow it to go home and enjoy.
God, Tinsy, look at all the places that thing has been.
Good for her.
I'm like, I'm not, dude. We both know why you take it. Just take it. You just take it and enjoy, bro. And because you're right. I forgot about that. It had a storyline.
It did
Yeah,
have a
hey.
storyline.
Listen, here's how it happened.
You never gave me anything
There
like
were little
that.
people.
Yeah.
Careful what you ask
Carrie
for.
loves midgets. And I think we were talking about it one time. I don't know why. He just thinks they're amazing. And so I think we were talking about it and you told me about it and I was like, dude, I got it. I got to have it and just show it as a joke. And it was
Listen,
it was funny.
It was a great story too.
Carrie
Like whoever did the
loves
writing, they did the writing. So what it was is they're little people who are on a spaceship. They're aliens, and they crash land on Earth. And the only thing that can fuel the spaceship is a humping. Okay, right? That was the whole thing. Like
The best part of this story when we first talked about it was you're like, and so the girl is like, me.
it's
Wait, was that a horse?
It wasn't. Well, it was. She's like has a weird little.
enthusiastic as shit. Pumping her little arms and her little legs going crazy, and I'm like, this is not what I paid for. This is not. So I called Jill and I'm like, do you know there's a DVD? She's like, yeah. Thanks. Mike's in Sterling right now giving himself, tennis elbow. So, good for you.
You lost,
I love you,
and
Mike.
you lost the midget.
Yeah. Someone stole it off because we put it in the dash of the car. We're driving around drunk and laughing.
It fit in there just fine.
Yeah, it did just fine. Came out, someone stole my midget, Now I'm
bull-
actually gonna have to try tonight at the bar.
That's kind of bullshit
It's
right
kind
there.
of bullshit. You're damn right. It's kind of
Rude.
bullshit.
Yeah.
I forgot I get that.
That's hilarious.
See,
You,
last person
you
I
guys
had-
didn't know this is where it was all going to end
Oh.
up tonight,
I
did
did
you?
not.
No.
And you didn't believe it. And I was like, it's an alien.
That's
I fucking
right.
remember.
I thought Mike had kept it because I was like, "Hey, Mike, seriously. I mean, I have 10
Maybe
people
it was before. I don't know, but yeah.
No, he took it right away. He was. Don't act like you're gonna go home and do like research, okay, dude? Like,
Because I bet we had a real. Here's your midget poured back.
yeah. That's the relationship her and I have.
Yeah,
It's
it's fucked up.
strange as shit.
Yeah.
Wow, I
And,
thought.
and it's
gosh.
normal. It's normal to us.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we look at everybody else like, what's weird about that? You're the weird one. You're crying.
Wait, that's what everybody does that.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember the one time we were hanging out at Cables and Ty just thought Carrie was the greatest thing in the whole wide world? Yeah.
He's got a little fan club.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not letting him hang out with him now because he's into midgets, but whatever. Whatever.
That's why he's not a midget, so you're safe.
Exactly. You might like him afterwards, though.
Yeah, okay.
And you.
All right, we got 3 stories, and so now what we do is we rock, paper, scissors to see who has to guess first. I lost last week.
You did. You
Michelle,
did.
how do you paper, rock, scissors?
Do we do it 3 times?
How do you do it?
Pump 3 times and then go like that.
You,
See, it's
man.
you. You're the only one.
dude. I'm gonna go through these and count. I guarantee it's right down the middle.
You think?
No, don't do that.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, there's so many people. Tyler Zink had the best explanation. It's not rock, paper, scissors, shoot. It's rock, paper, scissors. There's no shoot in it. There's no shoot
So
in
you're
the title.
saying 2
Yeah.
times.
3 times. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
What do you do?
Shoot.
She does 3 too. See?
Yeah. Actually, I've been meaning to talk to you about
1,
that
2,
too.
3,
when
4.
that came up during Chelsea's, and you assholes were talking about me and trying to confuse me with something. Like, do you remember this? You, Adam, and
we talked a lot about you
yeah,
in that
at the
podcast.
end, something about we were gonna do something different, and that you were gonna pull it.
Oh, the
Listen.
rock, paper, scissors, chicken, Spock,
Yes.
duck, fart. Yeah. Whatever it was. Yeah.
Why? Why would you confuse this game? It's already hard enough. Let's just leave it.
Talk to Voki. That's what I said. I'm like, we can't decide how many
Adam,
pumps to
come-
do, and you want to do this, dude? Like I can't read at like a 4th grade level, but you want to do algebra. That's not even you know where I'm going, all right?
Yeah. Like geometry.
We're gonna do 4 pumps on yours. Wait, ready?
Okay. All right. I see where you are. Okay, let's talk.
We got 3 stories:
Three
IRS
stories.
Siege, bikini model, and all girls harvest crew.
I think, in fact, I almost know bikini model's true. I feel very
Well,
confident in
thank
that
you.
one. Yes.
It's only because it took your step class.
Well, yeah.
And
No,
little
I
turbo
feel
kick.
like it's come up before. So I
You've
feel
seen
like
you've
I've
seen my
heard that.
poster
I have it on my wall, so this is weird.
beside the midget.
Yeah, that's
Good
right.
night, Michelle. IRS Siege all girl. Okay, 2 things. IRS Siege, I'm hung up a little bit on the piece of the house staying, but I kind of like the story. It's a very good story. I think I'm going all girl harvest crew.
Okay. I'm going to say a bikini model I think is true because for some reason I think I remember we talked about that one time. I can't remember. Like I said, I drank enough in my 30s and
Yeah,
early 40s and
same.
20s and maybe a little bit in my teens. So, I mean, some of these stuff's kind of cloudy. But I'll look and be like, I think Michelle told me that one time. I don't. Anyway. So bikini model I think is true. IRS Siege, I think that one's true too. It had enough detail to it to where I think that's a little out there. So I think that's true. So for the second week in a row, we're going to go the same one, all girl harvest crew. And the reason I picked that one is, I shouldn't say this because it's going to give everybody in on how I pick things in the future, is it was a short story. Not many of the short stories I've heard so far have been true. Some of them have. But 9
Okay.
times out of 10, a shorter story with less detail is usually the one I go after because it's one you kind of put together. So sometimes like when you're telling the IRS Siege, you have a little passion behind it. I mean, even
Yeah.
the model, you had a little passion behind it. That one was like, yeah, guess what I did one time? You know, I went with a lesbian
Talk
crew.
about pink combines. Come on.
Yeah, yeah,
I always
yeah,
wanted a pink
yeah.
combine.
Yeah, I tried to girl up the farming industry. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with we're gonna both pick all girl harvest crew.
You know what? And if
We both
are
got it wrong last week.
I know.
And he did a good job.
He did do a good job.
He did a good job of fooling us. So Michelle, how good are you at
Tweedledee
fooling
and
us?
Tweedledum. Are we
It is
foolable?
the bikini model.
No, it's not.
No.
All
Oh,
girl
yes.
harvest crew. I was
All
gonna say, son of
right.
a
Hey.
damn.
Yes.
There is such a thing, though.
Oh, I'm sure there
a couple
is.
of all girl. I wanted to go. I didn't get invited.
They wouldn't draft you.
They wouldn't draft me. I didn't get drafted.
I can see Michelle there with like one sock on, and she looks like a little like orphan girl, you know, like guys, I want to
No,
go.
I wanted to go so
Well,
bad.
you should show him your bikini pictures. Like,
God,
really? I don't want to do it. Yeah, I got a bikini model
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
I don't know about shucking corn. That's not even the right thing. My friend Larry's an idiot. Don't judge me like that.
Well, good job, guys.
Good
job.
job. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle, for coming on.
There was a guy named Beetle too, and
That's-
he was
and
part
his
of
mom
the
and dad are
all-girl
brother
crew.
and sister. I'm telling you,
Yes,
that's
they
not,
are, and they continue the legacy.
Yeah, named like Beetle. my friend Brandy. What's up, Brandy? Married a guy named Jake, and his mom legally changed her name to Skeeter.
Skeeter.
The dad came to the wedding in sweatpants, and the mom was named Skeeter.
really.
And I said, Brandy, babe,
God.
Run. Fucking run. Okay, like.
Why do I picture every time this couple is like getting it on? He's just singing, "There's a skeeter on my Peter."
Is that me? That's why she changed her name.
That's a great. How did I not think of that joke? That's
Never
fantastic.
thought there's a skeeter on my Peter. Get
There's
it
a
off.
skeeter on my Peter. Let's get it on. There's a skeeter on my Peter. Let's get it on.
Yeah, there's a dozen on my cousin. You've never heard that part? Yeah, okay. I was like, what? I'm not making it up. How'd you never think of it? Shame on you.
I wish you're still married to that guy. I'd make fun of him when I got home. I'd call him and be like, "Hey, Brandy, put Jake on the phone." You know your mom's skeeter? My friend Dancy made a funny joke. Here it is.
Oh, she's popular.
All right.
Well,
Michelle.
thanks.
Thank you, Michelle.
I should have put more thought into my story, but
No, it was good.
That's okay. It was a great story.
The other ones were just really good.
Yeah. And once again, if you're checking us out on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. Okay. So kind of show us some love. And also, put in the comments section what you thought it was. That's kind of fun to read. Some people have been putting what they thought it was, and very honest. People, even if they got it wrong, they
like,
say,
hell no, she was never a bikini model. She's let herself go.
I was.
Ironic. The only one with the boobs for bikini are the dude at the table. What's up, D-Cup Lundstrom? Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, please hit subscribe. And if you're following us on any podcast platform, please follow and all that good stuff. So that's it for us. I'm Bruce Lundstrom.
I'm Dancy Kudrin.
Michelle Staley.
Talk to you later. Peace.
Bye.